Yeah.
Let's go to the Jarrell Miller situation.
Let's go to Jarrell Miller.
Now, in the dictionary, okay, I haven't looked since the other day. I haven't looked. But when it says moron, it says see Jarrell Miller right next to it.
Yeah. Well, it does. It does. I mean, two times.
No. Not 2 times.
Yeah.
This is the 4th time.
Yeah.
One time in kickboxing, one time earlier in his boxing career, there was some doubt and they didn't suspend him. They didn't do anything. Then he got caught last year. And now this is the 4th time. This guy's an anabolic animal.
Anabolic chicken. The anabolic chicken. I don't know if anybody saw my post. The rooster with his chest stuck way out. And that's what Miller represents to me. At least 2 times back to back. We're talking 2 times back to back, Rick. 2 times back to back.
Here's why he's done. Okay. They just begged the commission to get him approved. He knew it. And they went out on a limb. The head of the commission, the chairman, is a doctor. The executive director of the commission, he is a retired FBI agent. Okay. Now, are you familiar with the FBI is in America? Are you familiar with that, Rafi?
FBI, CIA, ATM, whatever you call them. I know all of it. We watch the films, Rick. We watch the films.
Right.
We watch
okay.
all films.
This guy.
Rick, I'm even familiar with Waco. How about that?
Correct. There you go. So, what I'm saying to you is right now is that he went out on a limb, got special permission to fight. They granted him. Then they licensed him. And then he goes out and does this. It's no good. It's good. The guy, first of all, the guy's got to be the most self-centered, dumb bastard in the world. Okay? For you can name somebody else in that boxing ring with regular gloves on. Okay? Just ask Deontay Wilder's brother, Marcellus. And you got a guy now who's got performance-enhancing drugs. Now, the argument was now, there are no Jarrell Miller fans, but the certain people that are sticking up for him are saying, well, they weren't steroids, so it wouldn't help his strength. That's not true. It's a stamina-building drug that'll help you throw more punches and faster. And as the other guy gets tired, you're still going along and motoring along at the same speed. And you know what? That is dangerous. Okay,
it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. It's very
yes. That FBI, yes. We're going to address that FBI. Yes, that FBI.
I thought he was CIA. You CIA? J. Edgar Hoover was CIA.
He was FBI.
Oh,
that's why the mafia. That's why he kept telling America there was no mafia, because they had pictures out of him.
They were blackmailing him.
They had pictures of him in very compromising situations.
Yeah, He was compromised by the mafia and Meyer Lansky. So the FBI, the leader of the FBI, people, let this sink in. The leader of the Federal Bureau of Investigations was being blackmailed by the mafia. Unbelievable. Absolutely bloody unbelievable. Okay.
The Jarrell Miller situation, embarrassing for him, embarrassing for everybody that backed him and helped him get through the testing, get through the licensing hearing. Just everybody. Embarrassing for boxing. No good.
Yeah, embarrassing for boxing, but more so embarrassing for his damn self. I mean, to be honest, Rick, how would you feel? I would have to go for a long walk in the countryside for like about a few weeks if I had lost out on 9 million for the first fight, because that's at least 6-7 million for the fight itself, and then the bonuses.
He was supposed to get 6 million, but that's beside the point.
No. 6 million. Let's work with the numbers. 6 million. Supposed to get 6 million. Sure. Potentially get more from Sky Sports for bonuses. Let's take that to. Okay,
No.
okay. Let's keep it as a flat six. Let's keep it as a flat six. But hear me out. After the flat six, he was going to get 2 more fights if he lost. 2 more fights with the zone. That was contractually. That was contractual. Each fight was going to be 1.5 million. So that's 6 million plus 3 million. So he lost a minimum of $9 million. He walked away from $9 million because he had all that shizzle up in his veins. Now, if I lost out on $9 million, Rick, I would have to go for a long walk in the woods, and it might take me some time to come back because I'd really have to sit down somewhere and reflect on where I went wrong. And yet, this guy comes back, and you get a second chance, or a third chance, fourth chance, whatever it is, and he comes back and he does the same damn thing again. Rick, you're gonna have to talk for a second. I've seen a fly. I can't let it get in my drink. I'm gonna have to get a cover for it. I'll be back in a second.
It's crazy. I mean, it defies reasonable common sense. It defies any lack of intelligence, and it's so selfish. Okay, and it's so disrespectful to the sport and the competitors. And anybody who bought a ticket to watch this guy fight or paid to watch him on the zone, this is an embarrassment. Okay, I mean, I always laughed about the fact that Evander Holyfield was called the real deal when the guy was pumped up on steroids. So how could he be the real deal if he was pumped up on steroids? I'm still trying to figure that one out many years later.
I always said that Miller had been on the PEDs. Yeah, so the chances are that Miller's always been. Let's talk about this aspect then. It seems to me that people are talking about an addiction. Maybe Miller is addicted, but I don't think it's about addiction. I think it's about dependency, and the two things are different. When you're addicted to something, you just have to have it. Dependency.
I've always said there's a lot of fear in that man. And I think that helps him get over the fear and gives him confidence to get in there and do the best he can.
Yeah. So that's dependency. It's not about addiction. It's not a physical addiction. It's a mental addiction. And that's called dependency. He don't feel that he can get in there and represent himself to the fullest without artificial aids, shall we say. And so I think that's the reason. Why he does what he does. It was only one compound this time. It was GW1516, and otherwise called Endurable, and that's what it does. It's used for endurance, so that's why you could see such a big, overweight fellow putting out 60 punches around, putting out the output that you'd expect from a lightweight, Rick.
I've gotten a lot of calls from a lot of people thought that what an idiot moron. This guy's been called every name in the book. Dummy, big dummy instead of big baby. Big Parma. That was a good one. Big Parma. Human pharmacy. Just a whole bunch of great names, and he deserves it. Let me tell you, I have no sympathy for this guy whatsoever. Okay, none at all. Zero.
He climbed the boxing ladder and made dollars against lesser opponents where testing was minimal. There is no way a fat idiot like him could sustain that sort of pressure without PEDs.
That's well said. Very well said. Thank you.
That's well put. And apparently, big
Jay Prince. Yeah, Jay Prince is his manager. So that's correct.
Apparently, Jay Prince gave him an advance. I don't know if Top Rank gave him advance, but it said that Jay Prince gave him an advance, and he ain't gonna get a return on that advance for a while. This really amused me, and it reminded me of big baby Jarrell Miller. Reminded me of big baby Jarrell Miller, all puffed up. Look at that, Rick.
Yeah, it's all puffy, but you know what? Good luck to him.
If Jarrell Miller was a chicken. it would look a lot like this. We've come to the end of another one, Rick. We got through it. We got through it.
Enjoyed it tremendously. Look forward to being on next week.
Absolutely.
Looking forward. By the way, just to let you know, Ralph, I'm going to be able to be on every week for the foreseeable future because I'm in the further discussion with my wife. She doesn't want me traveling until the COVID situation is completely straightened out. She's not looking to inherit my money quite yet. To make a long story short, I won't be traveling for a while, so I'll be able to be on your show every week. As far as I know, I can't see any reason why I wouldn't be.
There, you heard it here first, folks. You heard it here first. Rick Glaser, the series continues. And by the way, for those who don't know, this is our 12th week. Our 12th week, which is the third month of Ask Rick. I mean, as soon as we hit the 1 million mark, I'll be able to start breaking off something for Rick. Rick, I need to get that beachfront home in the Caribbean. I promised myself it. Rick, just bear with me. Bear with me, Rick. I'm just a few years away. And let's kill that. Let's get rid of the funky chicken. Let's get rid of the funky chicken.
You're a great host. Thank you again. I enjoy it tremendously. I just enjoy it. It's my business.
100%.
Again.
100%. That's Rick Glaser, folks. Another week in the bag. I think this is our 12th week, and we continue. So ask Rick. Share the videos around. Retweet on Twitter and Facebook and all social media platforms.